When you try to search YouTube for the best street photography camera, does this ever happen to you?
My new favorite camera, which is the Fuji X100V.
This, the X100V.
Film X100V.
More X100V videos. Boring.
We've got two GR3.
We're going to be shooting the Ricoh GR3.
The Ricoh GR.
1,000 for a point and shoot? Nah, I'm good.
Fujifilm X-Z4.
No, X Pros are kind of aimed at street photographers.
Fujifilm X Pro.
Oh, okay. I think I'll keep my Sony. Well, after researching other cameras, I realized that my Sony is actually the perfect street camera. Here's why. Amazing autofocus, 20 plus megapixels, bright EVF, flip screen, great dynamic range, lightweight, doesn't look professional, compact body, compact lens. Well, that was the one thing that I was missing. Let me fix that. So this is it, the Samyang 24mm f2.8. This lens is the perfect street lens because it is the shortest and lightest lens that gets you as close as possible to a 35mm full frame focal length, which for me is my preferred focal length for street photography. But because of the size and price of this lens, it does come with a compromise. It's sharp, but not as sharp as other lenses, like my Sigma for example. To me, that's okay. Modern lenses are overly sharp anyways. I can definitely sacrifice some sharpness for a compact form factor. So with this setup, we've definitely checked a lot of boxes. All of that sounds good on paper, but how does it actually perform? What can you expect from a setup like this? So as you just saw, this lens is fairly sharp, but the Sigma 30mm is definitely sharper. So here are two photos, one taken with the Sigma and one taken with the Samyang. Take a second and see if you can tell which is which. Alright, let's see if you guessed correctly. So A was with the Sigma and B was with the Samyang. These were completely unedited photos and in my opinion almost impossible to tell a difference. To be honest though, the photo taken with the Samyang does look slightly less digital, again probably not significantly noticeable. Well, this video is not a lens review, but I don't want to give anybody any false impressions about this setup. The lens itself is very light, it's plasticky, it doesn't feel premium, so I don't want you to buy this setup and then say, oh, you know, this guy misled me into this cheap setup. No, the lens is $200. It's really good, but it feels cheap. Now, the other option that I was actually looking at was the Sony 24mm f2.8 G lens. This came out within the last 6 months. It's $400 more, so it's $600 total. It's Sony. It's arguably better glass. It's only a little bit longer and a little bit heavier, so it's comparable. But you know, at the end of the day, it's your preference. So you can either go with the Samyang or you can get that Sony. But I would probably go with that Sony over this Samyang if I was going to go for something a little bit more premium. Before I get to my next point, I just want to say what's up to my full frame guys, because I know you're probably watching this. You're probably watching this saying, dude, what are you talking about, man? You should just get the A7C. It's full frame. It has IBIS. It has better depth of field and better... So yes, I would agree that the A7C probably would be like the ultimate street photography setup. It's pretty comparable in size and weight. It's a little bit heavier. It's a little bit bulkier to the A6400. The A7C is, with tax and the Samyang lens, gonna run you about $2,100. So by all means, if you have $2,100, I'm telling you right now that that is the setup to go for. But if you just want a second camera for street photography, or even your first, and you want it to be budget but really, really good, then I would consider this setup that I have, the A6400. You can even go down to the A6300. There's not really that many significant differences aside from the screen. And if you're really on a budget, you can go for the A6000, which on eBay are going for super cheap. And then you throw this Samyang on and you've got a very nice, 24 megapixel setup for less than $500. The whole goal with this video is just to give you guys some other ideas aside from the Fujifilms and the Ricos. Guys, don't get me wrong, those are beautiful cameras, but the APS-C Sonys are not talked about enough, and I think they're really, really good setups for street photography, and they're just, nobody talks about them. So that's why I wanted to make this video, to hopefully help somebody out there. Well, I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks again for watching. My name is Junette. I'm a street photographer out of California. If you like this video, hit the like. If you like me, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.